The fatal shooting of longtime Al-Jazeera journalist Shireen Abu Akleh during a firefight in Jenin between Israeli soldiers and Palestinian gunmen continues to reverberate around the world. Palestinians are sure that Abu Akleh was killed intentionally by soldiers. Israel says it's not clear who is responsible and has called for a joint investigation. Now, the clashes Friday that erupted between Israeli police and mourners at Abu Akleh's funeral have sparked even more Palestinian anger and international condemnation of Israel, as VOA's Linda Gradstein reports from Jerusalem.
The scenes of Israeli police dressed in full riot gear beating mourners at the funeral procession of Al Jazeera reporter Shireen Abu Akleh shocked millions of people around the world. Like Shireen's death, what happened at the funeral is a matter of dispute between Israelis and Palestinians. Police warned the mourners not to fly Palestinian flags or chant nationalistic slogans, while Palestinian activists believed they were legitimate expressions of Palestinian solidarity. Israeli security officials say the massive procession around Jerusalem's Old City violated the agreement the police had made with the family to use a convoy of cars.
There was a concern of the police that what they actually wanted to do is not only to use cars and to have, let's say, silent convoy to the cemetery, but actually to begin, let's say, a very, very aggressive demonstration.
Members of the Abu Akleh family denied making such a deal with the police.
We were surprised on Friday to come to the hospital. The roads were blocked. They were fully armored, ready for a riot. They started attacking the pallbearers with batons, trying to even bring the casket down on the ground.
The actions of Israeli police at the funeral may have enraged Palestinians even more than the killing of Abu Akleh, according to Palestinian analysts.
People were outraged by the scenes of the police trying to suppress the funeral. People here are used to people getting killed by Israeli soldiers, but it's rare that the Israelis are even trying to prevent people from grieving.
The leaders of both the Palestinian Authority and Israel expressed opposing views about Abu Akleh's death and subsequent investigations.
This crime shall not pass without penalty. We would like to point out that we reject and have rejected the joint investigation with the Israeli authorities because it committed this crime and because we don't trust them.
Sadly, Al Jazeera journalist Shireen Abu Akleh was killed in the exchange of fire. The Palestinian Authority rushed to blame Israel for her death, and the president of the PA made unfounded accusations against Israel before any investigation had been carried out.
Shireen Abu Akleh was also an American citizen, and Washington has called for a full investigation of both the killing and the funeral violence. The EU said it was appalled by the behavior of the Israeli police at the funeral. A week after Abu Akleh's death, the firestorm against Israel shows no sign of abating. Linda Gradstein for VOA News, Jerusalem.